Hello, my name is Ward Carson. Today, I'm going to try to tell you about how it is to throw a baseball. A little bit of the history of baseball also. Baseball is a very similar game to cricket, which became popular in England early. Baseball is derived from this in that it has the same principles. The pitcher tries to pitch a ball, or in cricket he is called a hurler. He tries to throw the ball towards the batter, who then tries to hit the ball with an upward motion and put the ball into play, and then giving the outfielders a chance to catch it. Pitchers are the center of the game. Baseball became popular in America in the 1850s and started forming into leagues in the 1870s. The pitcher's job is to throw the ball to the batter and put the ball in play. In the 1920s, 30s, and 40s, it was very popular for the pitcher, with his whole body going, to swing his arms back and forth and then get in big high leg kick and throw the ball towards the batter. No longer is this done. Pitchers of today become much more efficient in their throwing style. Throwing style in pitching includes much of the legs, very essential part. Nolan Ryan, pitching 95 miles per hour even today at 45 years old, pitches most of his throws from the legs. If you look at his style, very strong from the legs. If you'll notice Nolan Ryan, he gets down very low and he pushes off this back leg. It's a very compact motion, strong leg movement, and he uses his upper body to help hurl the ball through. If you ever had a chance to see Tom Seaver pitch, Tom Seaver had a very tight motion and very low center of gravity when he pitched, able to push off that mound. As I say, you derive most of your speed from your pitch out of your legs and not a common misnomer of your arms, which isn't true. If you've seen Tim Wakefield, the new pitcher for the Pirates, pitch, he's a knuckleballer. He has the chance to throw standing up because the knuckleball is a much slower pitch. As I say, Tom Seaver, when he throws, you'll see his knee literally hit the ground. He will get down and he'll scrape his knee onto the ground, literally scrape his knee onto the ground and come up, thereby pushing off of the mound. And you'll see the mound, there'll be a big divot in the ground where he comes from. That's where he derived all of his power from. You have other pitchers, as say knuckleball pitchers, who don't derive any power out of their body. It's mainly out of their arm because their pitch is much slower. Talking about 45 miles per hour in a pitch. Tim Wakefield, as I say, totally stands up completely in his pitch and lets the ball flutter towards home plate. With many different pitches, as the knuckleball, the curveball, the fastball, the screwball, and the overhand, split finger fastball. Pitchers today have a chance to change and become much better, and the future of pitching is bright. Is that it? Oh, man, choke. Oh, my name is Ward Carson. Today I'd like to tell you a little bit about the history of baseball and where it comes from. Baseball, deriving from the game cricket in England, is very similar to that game. The idea is for the pitcher, who is in cricket called a hurler, to hurdle the ball towards the batter, who will then hit it and put it into play and going into the outfield and give them a chance to play the ball. The game centers around the pitcher. In the 1870s, there were leagues called the Federal Leagues in America. They then went to a glove to protect the hand and give them a chance with the 9.5-inch round ball to make a play. Back in the 1920s, 30s, and 40s, it was very popular for the pitcher with his whole body to gain momentum and swing his arms in this sort of fashion, get a high leg kick, and then go towards home plate and throw the ball. No longer is this done. It is now in a very compact, tight motion, depending upon the style of pitch. A hard ball pitcher or a fastball pitcher will be having a small, tight motion, as in Nolan Ryan. At 45 years old, Nolan Ryan is still pitching 95 miles per hour. He has a chance to do this through his motion of a low drop and then pushing off of the mound, literally having the mound behind him and pushing off the mound and going through towards home plate. if you've had the chance to see Tom Seaver pitch, who started back in 1969 with the Mets, and of that popularity, he gets so low, and that's where he derived his power from, is when he went into his windup, he'd get down into the ground and literally scrape his knee on the ground, then follow through with the pitch. There would be a divot on the mound where his foot was pushing off of, and on the ground where his knee was scraping. Different pitchers who throw different pitches will have the chance to have a different style. Tim Wakefield of the Pirates or Charlie Huff of the White Sox are knuckleball pitchers. It's called a knuckleball because of the action of the ball fluttering like this as it goes towards home plate, not because of the way you throw it. You do not throw it with your knuckles. In actuality, I could show you here, you throw it with your fingers digging into the seams of the baseball. And as you go towards home plate, the ball flutters. It will move. This is what makes it difficult. The ball goes about 45 miles per hour towards home plate, and you can, as Wakefield does, throw it standing up. Different pitches have different reactions. Back in the early years, pitchers basically threw fastballs as throwing with their fingertips, or curveballs now. What make pitchers better pitchers now?
Hello, I am Professor Highbrow, inventor of the unique hypnotic hypnosis plan, which is available for the first time ever commercially in the United States. My videotape teaches professors the power to control the college student's universe. This method of teaching will help students to attend classes regularly, study a minimum of 5 times as much, take better notes, and, most importantly, stay awake during their classes. In recent tests, 4 out of 5 professors reported that the students who were under this hypnotic state acted distinctly different than the students in the control group. Additionally, these students became better students not only in class, but also became distinct leaders outside of class as well. As a final bonus to the Highbrow hypnotic plan, students will attribute all of their successes to the professor who hypnotized them. For only $49.95, you can own your own videotape on this state-of-the-art teaching method. Just send a check or money order to J&M Enterprises, P.O. Box 57, No Scam, Iowa, 50999. Hello, I am Professor Highbrow, inventor of a unique hypnotic teaching technique which is available for the first time only commercially in the United States. My videotape teaches professors the power to control the college student's universe. This method of teaching will help students to attend classes regularly, study a minimum of 5 times as much as they normally did, take better notes, and, most importantly, stay awake during class. In recent tests, 4 out of 5 professors noted that their students in the hypnotic state acted distinctly different than the ones in their control group. Additionally, these students were not only excelling in the classroom, but became distinct leaders outside of the classroom as well. As a final bonus to the Highbrow hypnotic plan, students will attribute all of their successes to the professor who hypnotized them. For only $49.95, you can own your very own state-of-the-art videotape. Just send check or money order to J&M Enterprises, P.O. Box 57, No Scam, Iowa, 50999.